Hi, friends. Welcome to Read Aloud today. We're going to be reading the book called Sloppy Joe. This is the front cover. This is the spine. And this is the back cover. On the front cover, we have three things we have to talk about. The first one is the name of the book, which is the title. We also have two people we need to talk about. The first one is called the author, and that they are the person that writes the book, that by Dave Keene, and the illustrator Denise Brunkus drew the pictures. Sloppy Joe, which is also a kind of food. Okay, and remember when we first opened the book, we have the title page with the title again, the author, and the illustrator. Okay, here we go. Mom says I'm the first kid in history to take a school picture with gum stuck in his hair. You can barely notice. Look at that picture. You can notice that. My room looks a little bit messy, but I know exactly where everything is. Everything except my bearded dragon, a few of his crickets, and a grilled cheese sandwich I lost last summer. This is a nightmare room. When you're sloppy, people are always telling you what to do. Stand up straight, clean out your nose, tie your shoe, pull up your pants, comb your hair. I'd rather be raised by alligators until they bite you. I've always been good at being sloppy. I slurp, spill, slouch, talk with my mouth full, and put my elbows on the table without even trying. Dad says I'm a natural. Look at him. He's a mess. So do Grammy and Big Grandpa. They spread newspapers all around me when we eat dinner at their house. How did they know a meatball could roll that far? Hmm, It rolled all the way across. Still got on the floor. But I'm not just good at being sloppy. I can catch more frogs than any kid on my street. Just ask my mom. Because he put the frog in the drawer. I know how to help my dad in the yard. Looks like he's being a lot of help. Not really. He's making more of a mess. And I'm really good at baseball because I practice, practice, practice. Except he broke the window out. But sometimes I wish I wasn't so sloppy, like when my friend's mom doesn't let me come in the house. Just wait here and I'll send Jimmy out, she says. Because who would want that kid in their house? But I wiped my feet. Yeah, but look at his feet. They're disgusting. What kind of pet does the son have? Hey, Mom, what did the taco say to the burrito? Hot dog. Where have you been? When being sloppy gets me in really big trouble, I just try out my newest jokes. Sometimes even the best jokes don't work. They look very frustrated. So I decide something has to change. That's when I make up my mind to not be sloppy anymore. Starting tomorrow, I'll be Neat Joe. Yeah, Neat Joe is looking much better. The next day, I'll give the dog a shower. I clean my room that I find that lost grilled cheese sandwich. It's so hard I could almost break my teeth. Gross. He had lost that thing for a year in his room. He needed to throw that away. I set the table for dinner. I even find one of my lost crickets. This being neat stuff isn't as hard as I thought it would be, but nobody cares about all my neatness because everyone in my family has the flu. Oh no, they're sick. I tell them not to panic. This is a job for Neat Joe. So I bring cold socks, For their foreheads, I cover everything with germ spray. I even make soup. I try to cheer them up, but my jokes only make them groan louder. Hey guys, what kind of dog wins every contest? A wiener dog. Get it? Because it's a wiener, like a winner dog. What's wrong with you people? They don't care. They're too sick to care. By that time, Grammy gets here. I have everything under control. Looks like a disaster to me. So, what do you think of the new Neat Joe? I ask my family. He reminds me of the old Sloppy Joe, Dad says, and he's very special kid, Mom says. So, when we think about that book, Sloppy Joe had a lot of problems that he had to deal with. Like his room was a complete disaster and he was always dirty, and his friends didn't want him to come in the house because he was so messy, and his mom and dad were always mad at him. But when he tried to be neat, even though he wasn't perfect, his mom and dad were happy because he was at least trying to do his best to follow the rules and stay clean and take care of his responsibilities. All right, guys, thank you for reading with me today.